to see how all this shit work together, man. Stream chat and shit. I'm about to see how all this works. Nah, but that shit's I'm passionate about that, bro. Like, I'm not obsessed. It's just it's kind of confusing how people don't want me to correct people, but they say they want to correct me. So what I'm gonna start doing from now on, since that's what they're gonna do, I'm gonna beat all of them to the chase. So that's why I made sure I put up a video already that says Death Stranding confirmed as multi-platform. Since they're gonna come out later and do it, whenever they make up a rumor, I'm just gonna make a video about that fucking rumor, make it the title of the video, and then hey, correct them. So the video is already up there. It'll be by me, but hey, it's already up there. You know, hey, it is what it is.
We live.
We've been live for 80 minutes, Big Money. Come on, man. No, we've been live for the last minute and a half. But yeah, people, like, I mean, everybody faded away since last gen that I knew. But a lot of people that kept saying that Metal Gear Solid 4 was coming over, I don't see them no more. So we don't really need an episode anymore. We just gonna go with the topics. You know what the topic is today? Sony in trouble. That's what we gonna go with today.
Yo.
What's going on, man?
What's up, JTech?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
Hey,
how's everybody? Big Money.
What you, bro?
Yo, who y'all got this week, man? Who's your special guest for
We don't got
for
nobody.
the podcast?
Well, we got some fucking
Yeah.
topics though.
You got some what?
Okay.
We got special topics.
Yeah, so we're going with the title Sony in Trouble, Death Stranding on Game Pass. I think we're gonna go with that.
No, you had the title Death Stranding on the PC.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, I was just talking to well, I'm still in the chat, huh? Okay, man. Big Money, we just go swap over.
I'm already over.
Well, I was already over first, so I mean, that's how.
I was here.
I was here first, though. Just like.
Here first. Okay.
I wonder if this shit's working though, cause I don't see anything. I'm not seeing anything.
You still got the PC port beggars, JTech?
Huh?
You still got the PC port beggars begging for Death Stranding?
Yeah, like always, that I don't think that shit ever gonna stop. Where we at? We don't need that. We don't need that. We gonna put Call of Duty. We definitely be talking about that. I think Big Money can give us some insight. We'll be talking about Call of Duty. I don't want to put.
I'm gonna show Big.
Huh?
I'm gonna show Big Money this video, man.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all seen that video I linked to? Jay, did you see that video I sent to you?
I saw the link, but I didn't click it yet. And that was what was that?
Get to the chat.
Oh, that's the Game Wars PlayStation versus Xbox documentary. Bro, I watched that. Not when you sent it. I watched it when. Remember, man, I was doing this shit since last gen. I was using that against Xbox fans last gen when they were talking about Kinect. And I was using old footage, letting them know that the iToy was doing what the Kinect was doing back in the day, man. Yeah,
okay.
So I know everything in this video, I know, but I definitely will be saving this because it's very important to know your shit.
Exactly.
Really important to know your shit.
And Jay, it's a minute. The first minute in Big Money, the first minute in that video dictates to you and tells you, he said PlayStation is a religion in Europe.
Exactly.
He said this shit is like a religion, man.
And look, we gonna go over some of these sales numbers. But I got some of the information from yesterday's video up. and that'll be the Australian rating board, and we're also gonna keep the Decima engine up. Let me change. What the fuck are we gonna do with this one? Let's get N4G up on the board. See what we got for the news over there. We want to make sure. We want to make sure we take our ass back.
Yo, this nigga got a Metacritic score up already? Yo, yo, Jay, check this shit out. This nigga got the Metacritic score up already.
Ooh,
What
for
the
what?
fuck, man?
What are you talking about, bro?
Death Stranding.
No, it don't.
Oh, who got it up?
This nigga bugging, man.
They don't got it. That shit fake, bro.
You know, yo.
That shit fake. Don't believe what you fucking see, man. You
No.
can't believe-
But he got it up already?
Who?
You know they gave it a week already. You know they gave it a week already in advance, right?
No, I'm just. I'm talking about who got the score from Metacritic.
Hold on, let me check this shit out. I just got it from Discord. Hold on.
Nah, fucking Discord fake, bro. That shit fucking fake.
Yeah, that's
I'm about to
fake,
go. I'm about to go to Death Stranding right now, bro. Let me go. Hit that shit out right now. There's no way they got the There's no fucking way, bro. I'm thinking of should I go and try to get that Xbox from Taco Bell today? Cause I'm thinking about it, bro.
They giving them away.
It's
They
not
giving
knowing
them
here.
away.
I'm looking on the official page for Metacritic. It's not knowing here. It's 0 critics. They need 4 to get a score. You need 4 reviews of any game to even get 1 score.
Forgot about
Yeah,
that.
see,
They can't break that embargo. They can't break that embargo. Now somebody could put their review out early, but Metacritic won't count it until the 1st. They're not counting up any reviews until the 1st. I'm letting people know from my fucking bitch, I missed it. Fuck. Damn, I missed it. I was trying to get 11 days, 11 hours, and 11 minutes, and I fucking missed it. Fuck.
Oh man.
It's all right. Fuck it. I'll try again tomorrow. Shit.
Jay, what's your score? What you looking at?
I'm looking between an 80 and a 90. I can't pick a score because during that day, the score will fluctuate. I want everybody to understand. For me, it's not the smartest idea to pick a score because the score won't be the same for long. You see what I'm saying? It could go lower, it could go higher. Because the reviews are going to pour in on one day. Now, remember, they had the game for 3 weeks, basically. Next Friday will be 3 weeks. So, almost a whole month. So, we know a lot of reviews are going to be going all over the place, and we just don't know. I won't know if it will stick at 1 review. Now, again, let's say after 70 reviews, right? The review score for Metacritic will slow down. It will have a better chance of sticking in one area for a longer time. And that means it will take a lot of bad reviews or a lot of good reviews to move the score up or you move it down. But when the reviews first come in, that score gonna be all over the fucking place. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The score gonna be all over the place. You know?
Yo, Jay, this nigga predicting. I'm reading right now. He predicting this. Well,
Predicting he predict. He predicting he gonna predict this motherfucker.
yeah, he predicted, but he's saying 93.
What's going on, everybody? I'll see you guys.
Everybody in the chat, hit that like button. Big Money in the house and JayTech, the founders of YouTube, the truth tellers of YouTube. Hit that like button.
Motherfucking YouTube. Big Money be losing out on bets. I don't know what he the founder of.
Hit that motherfucking like button.
He the founder of the Lost Bets. Call him Lost Bet Man. I hope this shit working right, man.
Once again.
This shit better be working, man. Is it working?
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I see y'all. No, I want to know if the chat was working. So, guys, I can now see you on the screen. Again, I'm telling you, I'm learning all this computer shit a little bit later. I want to learn this shit before I...
oh, there it is. Oh, you got it up there.
Yeah, I got it up, man. I'm trying... Look, y'all, I'm doing my best. Y'all know I'm trying, bro. I'm not lazy on this shit. I just trying, man.
What's up with you, fam?
That shit wasn't hard. That shit wasn't hard, but we gotta keep it like this so we can all read off the screen. and I want to give you guys that praise. Oh, not just me trying to fuck up somebody's name. We see y'all right there. We will be responding. Okay, we also will start responding to Super Chat, which is going to help make the channel better. After I get the limited edition Death Stranding piece, PS4, all money is going to an upgraded laptop. Possibly a gaming laptop or a stream type laptop. Way more powerful than what I'm got right now. I might get a PC, again, for streaming purposes. My shit is old. But it's not old that I can't do what I need to do. You guys know I've had this shit for a long time. I've been doing real good on YouTube. It's just, I don't put like a lot of money into YouTube. But again, all donations greatly appreciated. If you have it, if you want to do that, if that's how you feel,
Jay, you got live chat? You got live chat?
The live chat is up. The live chat is up there. Mr. J says stream my foot. That's not happening. Cause it's stupid. Yeah. I can see all y'all. I'm gonna keep up to date. I just added that today because I thought that would be smart to add. It's very important that we keep a good contact with you. And I knew this for a long time, and I know I've been fucking around with Streamlabs like weeks ago to a month ago, and I was like, man, I gotta add something else. We gotta add something else, and I'm a little bit later than other people, but I said we gotta add that.
I gotta donate chat.
Okay, so we're just gonna go. I'm trying to add a couple more things, and that would probably be taking off Streamlabs and going into Dual Shockers, and we also want to go and get some history. Again, I just want to share a personal story with you guys about how I got started on
YouTube. Go ahead. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay, Big Money got to pay some bets because he lost a lot. Okay, so guys, personal story. Everybody else gonna get in here late. Sam, Adam, they're getting in here late, but we have a lot of important information to talk about. Not that good for Sony, I would say. Let's get the article about PlayStation View. We want to get that up because they trying to sell off PlayStation View, which isn't making a lot of money, which makes sense. I want them to sell that shit off.
You gotta understand something, Jay. They selling View off because you got competitors competing with.
It's too much. It's too crowded. It's too fucking crowded, man.
It is, man.
It's too crowded. But the thing is, I approve of it because I never subscribed to View. I subscribed to PlayStation Now probably 2 times. I cut my my annual renewal off for PlayStation Now because again, I don't use it enough. And I won't be using it next month when Death Stranding is out. So, I want to have it in a month when I'm actually going to be using it. And I'm not using PlayStation Now enough. And the other thing they need to fix with PlayStation Now, hopefully with the PS5 because it can be more powerful, you should be able to capture from PlayStation Now. Like a gameplay capture and screenshots. I mean, that would be awesome. I can't actually show people what I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping the capture features on PS5 are stronger. And meaning always native 1080p 60 frames per second. I'll have those captures. More support for the Share Factory video editor, which has been amazing support all generation. It's the best video editor on consoles, hands down. Xbox never fucking upgraded theirs past the fucking first year. From what we all know, Nintendo doesn't even have one. You just take a video clip and you can upload it. PlayStation the only one that continue to increase the upload quality. Of course, with PlayStation Plus, PS4 Pro. Going from 720p gameplay captures to 1080p gameplay captures, and then on top of that, you can capture long, so it's not like 15 minutes anymore. It's like 90 minutes. You can capture 90 minutes of gameplay and post a 90-minute gameplay video that you edit from your PS4 all the way to YouTube. Impressive. Also, the streaming capabilities of PlayStation. You know, I want them to be a little bit better for PS4 when I stream my gameplay. You know, I'm not asking for 4K. It might be a hassle. But definitely every 60 frames per second is very, very key that they keep that.
Gentlemen, I never cared about Share Factory either, bro. I never really cared about Share Factory
But
either.
look, we know somebody that used it to build their whole YouTube channel, and that's Somatic. He used only that feature to build his whole YouTube channel, over 1,000 subscribers, a video with over 100,000 views. You know, like, dude did his shit, man. You know, just with Share Factory. Like, you know.
So yeah, I'm not putting it down, but I think if you take, let's say if you take the 100 million people that got the PS4, I think it's
enough people that use it that they
updated
it. Because, you know, we didn't think they was going to give us a Days Gone theme where it came with an intro, an outro, stickers and shit. They got one. Horizon Zero Dawn got one. Almost all the Call of Duties got a theme for Share Factory. Bloodborne got a theme for there. You know, MLB got a theme. It's supported enough. They know enough people use it that they still support it. And that's what I give them credit for. It's probably going to be a lot more support next time around, because you got to remember, the biggest part of their promotion is that the gamers are happy enough to show what they got. And we are happy enough with this project that we, with this console, that we show what we got. Gameplay, live streams, pictures. You know, we gonna be doing that. Same shit that happened with, remember, Spider-Man. The main thing about Spider-Man, it was the screenshots, the photo mode. People seeing videos of Spider-Man doing all these tricks in the air and shit. They know that's the biggest part of the promotion, and it's free. It's fucking free. You know? So I do expect them to support that and expand upon it with the PS5 in some way, shape, or form. But yeah,
hey, you know what? That's the thing, Jay. I wonder how many things that they have on the PS4 that they are going to transfer. Because I'm thinking, Share Factory is not going to be one of them that crossover. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to put it down.
Let me just debate you real quick. You're wrong. They had a video. They had a video editor on the PS3. It was not to this level, but it was there. This is the improvement of that shitty ass video editor that they had on PS3. Trust me, they're going to fucking do it. A lot of people said there was no reason for a camera to come this generation. They still brought out a brand new camera, and I'm hearing that they're bringing out.
See, people are scared of that type of stuff. You know, with that home land security stuff, like a lot of people scared of cameras in their home.
I understand, but the thing is, people were scared, but they still release one. That's what I'm saying. Just because you don't think it's good doesn't mean they're not gonna do it. They've been doing video editors since last gen. They had cameras since the PS2. It's just because some people don't think it's a good idea or people are not gonna use it, don't mean they're not gonna put it on there, because they know there's a bigger enough margin it could. You know how big the camera was because of the people live streaming. We were the only gaming console on the market that had live streaming capabilities for Twitch, YouTube with your camera. That's what.
Somatic. Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. Somatic did over 650. God damn.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, you gotta understand, bro. All of that was with Share Factory. Every video, go watch that shit. He edited fucking hard ass hours, projects, with Share Factory alone, bro. No computer. Share Factory alone. One thing I can say, I've been using computer to edit my videos for years, but sometimes, you know, I would just use Share Factory, bro. Sometimes it's just easy. It's right there. The videos render faster too, by the way. They render faster. The only downside is, again, there's no 60 frames per second option. There's, you know, you have a 1080p capture, but no 60 frames per second. That's the only thing. So fighting games, racing games that have 60 frames per second on a PS4, yeah, I could put them on YouTube, but I would like to put them on YouTube with 60 frames, you know. But yeah, man, Share Factory is impressive. You would be surprised at what some people can do with it. Trust me, I think it's gonna make a comeback. Probably not gonna use the same name. But you know, it's free. It's a free thing. It's not really hard to do. You got to remember Sony Vegas. You know, very similar. Probably people in that department was helping out with Share Factory. And it's not
share
like
button gonna be there too on the PS5.
Who?
What? The share button. You think the share button gonna be there too?
Come on, man. You know that was one of the biggest things on PlayStation. That's why everybody loved the controller, bro. That share button's coming back. That share button's coming back. Again, remember, live streams, video clips, screenshots, they help promote the system. They help promote the video games. The more people that know...
What's up, Dark Knight? Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
The more people that know about it, the better. What's going on, Red VG Fox? How you doing? I still use Sony Vegas. Was a very good software. Gentleman Gamer. I personally would rather to use Adobe Premiere Pro. Yeah, that's great. And maybe they would have some sort of a Sony Vegas. But what we have right now for the PS4 is like a Share Factory. If they improve upon that, it might be more along the lines of Sony Vegas. But what it can do right now is very, very good. There are some video editors on computers that still can't do what the PS4 Pro Share Factory is doing. Also, with the picture-in-picture editing and the side-by-side gameplay comparisons that I've done, they were all done using Share Factory. Something that is a little bit harder to do on a PS4. I mean, on a computer. Yeah, Somatic's in here, bro.
I seen that video, Somatic. Yeah, I know what video you talked. The one you showed me. I think it was about a week ago.
You might not use it, right? But trust me, there's a lot of people that use it, and there's a lot of people that made success off it.
I know. Is it enough? That's the thing. Is it enough people that use it?
If it wasn't enough, they wouldn't even be supporting it anymore. It's enough. Trust me, it's enough. It's enough, bro. You could ask Somatic. When Days Gone came out, it did not have a Share Factory theme, and they eventually added one because enough people wanted it, bro. Trust me, it's enough. They underestimated how many people wanted it. And they gave it. They gave us one. You know?
Red VG, no, I do not expect that game to be good. JayTech do, though.
I expect it to be good. Let me give you guys my personal story. I'm reading all the comment section. I see it on my screen, so that's a good thing that I added this. So fucking grateful I added this. Big shout out to everybody that inspired me to add this. Sick Humor, Big Cloud Gaming. I saw your live streams. I've been in your live streams while at work. And I really like that you have that chat there. It's not as bold and as generic as mine. But I'm glad that you guys had that shit there because it shows me that you give a fuck. Not only about the super chats, but you give a fuck about reading what people have to say. Yellow, Gears ain't enough. Share play button is mandatory. Yeah, exactly. So, personal story, right? I got on YouTube under the name of Pyro2000X the day after Christmas, and that was December 26th, 2006, right? So at the edge of 2006, I made a YouTube account. I didn't post my first video until after Tokyo Game Show of 2007. My first video was a collab video with my brother that also, from what I believe, was a gamer at that time. I don't know what he's doing now, but we drifted apart. But at that point in time, we started a YouTube account together. Our first video was together. We used to go up against, we used to butt heads a lot with Black Bomb back in the day. But our first video was talking about a tech demo for Metal Gear Solid 4. In the tech demo, you saw Snake use a DualShock, a DualShock 3 at the time, to control a surveillance robot. And that was the proof we had that the game was going to stay exclusive. Outside of the fact that the game was made using the PS3's architecture, so it would be really, really hard to port. Now, if it was made for the 360's architecture, it would be easier. Because developing for a 360 last gen was very, very easy. But the games, every multi-platform game did suffer because the 360's hardware was weaker than that of the PS3. If you knew how to use the PS3's hardware, you can make some great shit. That's why the best games came out towards the end of the generation for the PS3 instead of the beginning, because it was very difficult to develop for. Long story short, I think the year or two before Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, the year of, 4 years afterwards, people just kept going to the internet saying it's coming over. It wasn't any PC fanboys port begging back then. I didn't acknowledge any of them if they were. But it was Xbox fans. They were claiming that there were rumors that it was going to come to the 360, and it never happened. Our first video, our only video in 2007 was to prove that, and we did a good job, because by the time that I really got on YouTube in 2008, I had saw that video had blown up. And again, for a brand new channel with only one video, and that one video hit over 1,000 once I came back to YouTube in 2008 after community college in 2007, it was impressive. And I just kept going. Making sure people knew the facts, making sure people knew that the system that I was supporting at that time, which was the PS3. Huh?
You said long story short.
Hey, shut that shit up. But long story short, yeah, man, and the rest is fucking history. You know, I mean, sometimes people need to be corrected. As simple as that. So with the Death Stranding thing, it's kind of weird that Kojima would pick the Decima engine if he was gonna make it multiply. If his plan was to make the game multiply, there was no point to use the Decima engine. Everybody, a PC fan will tell you in a heartbeat, the Unreal Engine is the best engine in the world, right? And what is funny is Kojima used the Unreal Engine to put out Metal Gear Solid 5. So he's already familiar with that engine, right? And he's going to make a new game. It would have been easier for him to use the engine he's already familiar with. But he didn't do that. He wanted a brand new engine for this brand new game.
Jay, let me, it was one dude, Future, I'm sorry, bro, I forgot your name. Don't get, Future, I forgot the last part of your name. Don't get me wrong, bro. Most, everybody on here that usually be on here, most of the people that's on here know, like, most of these stuff on Death Stranding, I joke about. Don't get me wrong, I'm joking on most of it. The only thing I'm concerned about with the game is that I want people to like the game for the game. I don't want people to get the game off of Kojima's name. I'm just replying to what you said, Future. Like, don't get me wrong. When you hear me say something, I'm mostly joking about that game. Don't take everything. Mostly the shit I say on here is jokes, so don't take me that serious, bro. I ain't salty about the game. It's just that I'm concerned about the people loving the game because of Kojima, not because of the game. So, yeah, Future Am, there you go. Yeah, so I'm good, bro. I just be joking a lot about that game.
Yeah, but so yeah, long story short, it's just common sense. Big Money even knows. It's like, if you got some clean pairs of socks, right, and you can still wear them the next day, and they're still pretty much clean, you gotta wear them. You're not gonna go fuck up all these other socks. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, with Kojima, why would you even get a new engine if you're already used to another engine? And there's no connectivity between Unreal Engine and Konami. He could use that engine all he wants, and Konami won't profit from it. But again, whatever he really wanted to do, he wanted a new engine for what he was planning on doing. And he felt that the Unreal Engine was not going to be the engine that he could use to deliver his vision. He ended up getting the Decima engine, which was convenient because Sony was funding the project of what we now know to be Death Stranding. And if anybody's talking about a 2015 Q&A where he said it was going to PC, we don't know that to be true. We do know that Sony deleted that post, and we know that the person that said that probably shouldn't have said that. But even if it was true at that time in 2015, things did change between 2015 and the end of 2016 once he secured the Decima engine. I mean, it would be weird for an engine that's made only for the PS4 console, for him to put that on a PC. Again, if he wanted to put a game on a PC, the best thing to do would to use the Unreal Engine. At that point in time, he would be trying to.
Somatic, you can say that shit again.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Dreams is not trash. Dreams is absolute power. Shut the fuck up, Somatic. Somebody, you should get in here, bro. Should we get him in here? We should. We need to get his ass.
He ain't
in,
gonna.
bro. Somebody, you gonna get in here, man? Are you gonna come in here?
Look, he ain't gonna even say nothing else now.
He ain't gonna fucking say anything. Fucking bastard. Call him Bastard Pack.
Hey, what was did you start on that first? What was the first
topic?
Topic. Yeah.
No, you just fucking talking. But we can get started. I was looking. We're gonna talk. We're gonna start out with PlayStation View. Sony looking to sell that off. I guess it's gonna be me, you bouncing back.
Good.
I don't know where J Love is or the rest of the people are, but this is gonna be me and you right now. Let me see. Let's see what's going on here.
That's good that they sell it. You know what? You know what? I want to say these last 5-6 years, it's like Sony really consolidated their whole company, man. They trying to get everything in order. I think everything was in disarray before these 6 years, but these last 6 years, they took their whole company and they're really trying to fix and get all the shortcomings. They try to get everything right, man. And I like that. Ain't too many companies doing what they're doing. They reviewing everything. They reviewing everybody in their company, exactly. And they're throwing away shit that they don't need.
And you know what?
All that shit,
they took a long time to do what you're saying. Last gen, they took forever to throw away anything that was costing them money, bro. Anything that was wasting. PlayStation Home still was up and running in 2015, I think. In the beginning of 2015 when they cut it off. So it's like, and they was wasting a lot of money on PlayStation Home, even though I loved it. The reason why, because everybody, it was free to get on there, and you didn't really have to spend money on the clothes. So a lot of the freeloaders were just on there and just walking around, but not spending money. And you got these free servers, and you didn't have to pay for online. Sony it was a lot of money that they wasted last gen. I would have wished that they would have charged for online. You know, because if shit didn't work out at the end of that generation, bro, all I'm going to say right now, there's no way Sony would still be around. You see what I'm saying? It's by some fucking miracle that shit worked around, because I'm going to be honest, bro. People were fighting on it.
Bro, the PS3 woke them up.
It woke them up, bro. And this is the thing. I want to say this. Sony got a target on their back. Not just for competition, but for haters. People look for reasons to just hate Sony or the gaming division that is PlayStation. They just they look for any reason just to hate it.
Well, Jay, what's understood doesn't got to be explained
Oh
upon.
God, where this fucking guy come from?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. They've had a target on their back since 1995. Has it stopped?
No, but it was a more vicious type of target. I never saw anything like that last gen. Like they would. It's not like that this gen, but last gen, it's like. Bro, it's like they were just evil. Like, Sony's a bad guy. I'm like, what? These are motherfuckers that gave you a fucking home as a teenager or a young adult. They gave you the type of games that Nintendo and Sega was just not making. And it was weird for Sony to be treated the way that they were treated last gen. It was just a weird thing to see.
Well, why didn't you adopt?
The thing about that is, right, go ahead, Yellow, go ahead.
I was just saying, if that's how you felt, Jay, why didn't you adopt Sony?
Because
you were too busy adopting Nintendo. My bad.
I shut the fuck up. Like I was saying, 8 million years ago, right? When the console war first started, it was a bloody and long war. And I smacked the shit out of Yella 8 times with a copy of No Mercy.
Was this war long story short?
No, it was a short story long. How about that?
Hey,
so you're gonna be here for a while.
About that is, hey man, you know what? When I was growing up, I don't know about y'all guys, but I grew up in Chicago, and 30%, no, I'm gonna say more than 30%, 40% of the products that was in my house were Sony.
Illegal.
All electronics were Sony. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this story that I heard from one of the execs over at Xbox. I forgot the guy's name, but this is one of the original guys that bought Xbox to Microsoft. They were talking to Bill Gates, right? They was talking to Bill Gates, and Bill Gates was furious. He didn't want to get into gaming because at the time, 15, 20 years ago, these businesses, they only looked at gaming. They don't look at it like they look at it now. It was
toys.
Now it's entertainment. Back then, it was just a
By
toy.
the way, I'm sorry.
Bill
You can
Gates-
continue. I want to talk to Red Fox. I'm getting PS5 day one. Yeah, that's definitely. That's everything in my power. I'm getting that game system day one. I'm not missing it. Yeah.
Look, he was up there. He was real furious with them for bringing the idea to him. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to mess around with toys. He said they was in this meeting for damn near 2-3 hours. And every time they brought up something about the Xbox and what they can do in the future and how they can take over, he shot it down. The only thing that changed his mind, one of the employees said, "What about Sony?" And that single word changed his mind about the Xbox. Y'all can go look that up. Bill Gates did not want Sony. They was already in the living room. He didn't want them to take over the whole household. He knew Sony was already in the living room. Sony owned the 80s. They owned the 80s.
Big money. Everything that you're speaking on that,
everywhere.
Everything you're speaking on is 110% true, G. You feel what I'm saying? And like you said, bro, that's proven facts. That's articles. That's documentations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was the only thing that changed his mind, bro, was Sony.
But you know what? The only thing that was in the Xbox brand's mind to accomplish was to take over your living room. They didn't give a fuck.
Exactly.
They didn't give a fuck. They wanted to take control of your living room. Hence fucking Kinect. Hence fucking the Xbox One with TV integrations and all that other relevant bullshit that nobody needs. Their goal was to take control of your living room.
And see, y'all got to understand, Nintendo, even though they were really big, Nintendo never, and I don't think they never will have desires to take over your living room. They don't want that. They want your kids. That's the only thing that they shoot
the way
for.
you said that shit, though. You said they want your kids.
I know it sounded fucked up, didn't it? Hey, but they really, they targeted towards your kids.
Shit.
That's the only thing that they wanted. But Sony did it the right way. Sony knew they had to crawl before they walked. All Microsoft wanted to do, they wanted to get in the door with the Xbox. They wanted to kick down the door with the Xbox 360. And once they kicked down the door, they was going to toss everything else to the side. They didn't even want it. And they showed with the Xbox One. Now they realize that they fucked up so badly, they got to reinvest. You know what? This is the first company, a mega company like this I ever seen that invested in something and had to reinvest.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yeah.
All the money that they invested in. Because can you imagine going to your, because like I said, we didn't talk about this plenty of times before, man, where it's been damn near 15, 20 years. Now Xbox, they just not thinking about getting studio. They never really worried about studios. Thank God Halo came along, because I think we all can agree that if it wasn't for Halo, Xbox wouldn't even be here right now. But I'm telling you, they wanted to get in your living room. They can give a fuck about gaming. They never gave a fuck about gaming. They never gave a fuck about gaming. They just want to get in your living room.
Contrary to your belief, G. I'd have to rebuttal that, bro, because the 360 was a powerhouse. Like you stated before, that bitch came through, knocked down the door.
They kicked down the door, yeah.
Yeah, but with this generation, G, that door swung back and hit him straight in the motherfucking mouth.
Yeah, because they went about it the wrong way. They went about it the wrong way. Sony knew that if you try to go straight for the juggler, they try to go straight for the juggler. And I think the most important market in today is America. Everybody know that in the world now. Far as electronics are concerned, the most important area is America, and they went straight for the juggler. Sony knew that you had to crawl before you walk. That's why they don't get me wrong. Sony has always had the same thing in mind too. they wanted to get into the living room too. They were already there, but they knew it took time to get to where I wouldn't be surprised, man. I really wouldn't be surprised if Sony came up with their own type of cable box and to put in your living room, because that's what they're shooting for. That's what they all shooting for. They're shooting for the whole living room. They want everything in your living room to say Sony or Microsoft. And they always, I never understood that until now. But like I said, man, that shit was crazy. It was one word that changed Bill Gates' mind, and that was Sony. Bill Gates wanted to he knew they had the computers and shit. They already had all that shit, but they was thinking to themselves, like, how? And then one thing Bill Gates didn't if you go on Wall Street right now and you tell all those guys about 20 years ago, I want to invest in a toy company, they'll look and laugh at you. Now, video gaming is the number one entertainment in the world. And these Wall Street guys did not see that 20 years ago. They did not see none of that shit. None of it. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry, my fault.
No, keep talking.
What are you doing?
I'm about to.
I can't keep talking forever.
Yeah, you can, motherfucker.
Hey, Jamar Bates, ain't today your birthday, bro? Or yesterday was your birthday?
Who?
If that's Jamar, ain't that Jamar Bates?
Oh yeah. That's probably his birthday.
What's up, Jamar? I sent you a thing telling you happy birthday. I think today your birthday. If it ain't, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
I have a birthday for my neck. You guys remember when Honky Tonk Man put out his game system?
Jesus Christ, Jay, are you serious?
Yeah, man. I remember back in the day. 85 years from now.
Yeah, that's what we go from Sony to Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah, that's what the fuck we doing, man. That's what we doing. But yeah, definitely, I'm happy that they're getting rid of PlayStation View, because PlayStation View looked real good, right? But it's just way too many competitors, and since everybody taking their they're not taking their series and movies back now. You gotta understand, these big companies, they own channels, and they're taking them back, and they don't want Sony to have them. So I think the only way to do it is to get rid of it. I definitely want to make money off of it, so they're gonna sell it off. But you know, I don't know, man. They don't need it. Yeah, they don't need it. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. Anything that's gonna waste any money, they need to get rid of it, and get rid of it fast. Let's talk about the delay for The Last of Us. Let me sweep up a little bit while y'all talk about it. I'm still here. I'm gonna be talking. But what's your thoughts on it?
My thing is, we've waited this long. Couple more months ain't gonna hurt nothing.
We got a lot of games between that, though. That's the funny thing. We got a lot of games.
Just make something.
Let me ask y'all something. Do you think that they tried to do that? Because I'm starting to think that they tried to do. They knew they was going to delay that.
Hold on. There was one piece of evidence I had, and that one piece of evidence was somebody left Naughty Dog. The day that they announced it, the day after that, information came out that somebody had left Naughty Dog. I'm gonna go look that up. But yeah.
Still, you know what? Can anybody think of a day when one of those studios, say one of their games are coming out, and then a week or two later they delay it by at least 2 or 3 months? I've never seen that before.
This is the first, but like I'm saying, the guy that left Naughty Dog, he was very important. Yeah, the one that left Naughty Dog, he was very important to the development of the game, and they said they came up across a obstacle and one of the parts of the game that they wanted to get out. And
I don't know, man. I think I don't know, man. I think
so. Why do you think that the game was delayed? That's what I'm trying to see what you guys think.
And it could be many reasons.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I really think it was always meant for that game to come out at the time they said it was going to come out.
For a long time. Adam kept saying it was a May game. That's
what I'm saying. They always that game. Listen, I think what's that guy name? What's the guy name that's the director? The top guy. What's his name?
Neil Druckmann.
Yeah, Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann got tired of people keep asking him, so they just put out a date out there, man. I'm telling you, they just put a date out there because I was like, wow, it's February? I'm like, oh hell no, that's too good to be true. And then a week or two later, then they change it. Like, nah, man. I think they just got tired of people asking. They got tired of people asking. They just put some fictitious ass fucking date out there, man.
All they needed to do at that point is say 2020. The game coming out early part of 2020. That's all they needed to do. They could have still showed the gameplay. They could have still talked about the gameplay. They still could have released it to the media. But you didn't need to give a specific date. I think that was a problem.
You're right.
I think that and they said that they weren't gonna do it ever again, and they did it. And that's what's fucked. It's weird. I'm gonna go figure out who the fuck it was that left, because that was a guy vital to the development, and I think he announced it wasn't a public announcement, but he left before they gave out the official delay, and that's why the media had the rumor going around the 2 days prior that one of the PlayStation games was getting delayed. Remember? There was a rumor going around the 2 days before that announcement that it was going to be a game. There's a PlayStation exclusive about to get delayed. So that means he left before they came out and told the public about the delay. And he was important to the development. He really was. I wish Adam was here, man. I don't know if he's sick.
Hey, Cyber said it was, he think it was too close to the Final Fantasy date. Yeah, that could be a good reason too. But see, them two.
I'm gonna tell you right now, The Last of Us is gonna have higher sales than Final Fantasy. Mark my fucking words, please.
You need to bet on that. Fuck that. I need to bet on that too. Then fuck it. I'm gonna lose another bet. I'm gonna bet on that too. Yellow, would you laughing, bro? That was a joke to you, my family, man.
It's Move 2.0.
I'm just betting on every motherfucking thing.
I fucking lose a lot of money, man. Lose so much money, man. All that. So
hey, that could be a good reason, though, bro. That could be a good reason.
I definitely believe it's a little crowded, and I don't know. I just think that it's all right to have that game delayed if they want to make it good, because we know it will be good. Now, I think what I want y'all to talk about, I gotta go get this mop real quick. I'm just pissed off at the wood on this floor. I need to mop this shit up. Why the fuck did Ubisoft delay 3 games same day, trying to act like they Naughty Dog? Those games are still gonna be trash in their own way. I'm not saying they're trash like they're gonna be bad games, but Ubisoft, really? You delaying a game to try to make it better? When have you done that? You know? Nah, man.
Ubisoft is they looking kind of bad these last couple of months, man. Yeah, hey, you know, Yella, I know Yella said he liked the game with his friends, but Yella, if you played that game by yourself, do you think you had any type of fun if you played that game by yourself?
Nope. None at all.
Crazy. That's how you you know what? I'm not meaning anything towards you, Yellow, but man, I'm tired of games where they're trying to explain to me that the only way I'm gonna have fun is with my friends, because you know I grew up in the era of single player games. Like games are meant to be played either way, right?
Yep.
I just hate that it seems like these companies nowadays, they tell you they push their shit on. Ooh, you gonna have a lot of fun with your friend. Damn, what if I play the motherfucker by myself? I'm not gonna have fun? Like, that's bad. That's a fucked up thing to do.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a fucked up thing to do, bro. It's a different day and time. Like you said, our generation, bro, single players, that's what we thrived and strived off of. You feel what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
you try to put that narrative on somebody who just got in the gaming 10 years ago, nigga. They ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
All they know upon their history of gaming is nigga fucking multiplayer. You know what I'm saying?
That or co-op multiplayer. Like, I'm so tired of that narrative, man. Like, it's like they trying to transform people into something they don't want to be. Look, first of all games are meant to be played like single player. They're all meant to be played like that. You know what I'm saying? Multiplayer, to me, I think multiplayer is a fad. I know that sounds crazy right about now because everybody is doing the multiplayer shit. But to me, single player will always be king to me. And that just doesn't mean because that's the era I came from. it just shows that the proof is in the pudding. Why do you think Sony is up to 100 million because of their single player games? That's why they sold so many motherfucking consoles, because of their single player games, not because of their multiplayer games. Single player will always reign as the king of games. But it seems like they're trying to change that narrative is to multiplayer co-op. And I don't like it. I really don't like it. I'm tired of, every time I look around, it's way too many of these fucking multiplayer games that's out.
Yep.
I'm tired of that shit, to tell you the truth, man.
Yeah, look, Ubisoft is a copycat. Ubisoft follows the trend. Wherever they see or they feel that the gamers are, that's what they're going to do. If they see that the gamers are playing co-op, they feel that, hey, we need to do co-op. Look, they copy off of Sony all the time with their fucking placements, right? Of where Assassin's Creed is going to take place. You know, when they heard that, maybe, God of War was going to do Egypt, that's why they put Assassin's Creed in Egypt. But God of War, it actually didn't do Egypt. They went with the Norse mythology. But then they was like, well, we already copied off one of their ideas. Let's just copy off God of War. Go to Greek mythology. God of War didn't do that. They were north the whole fucking time between those fucking two games. And it's like, come
Adam,
up with
get
your
your
own
ass up
shit.
in here. Stop talking in the thing and get your ass in here.
What happened?
In the chat, Ubisoft should.
Yeah, Ubisoft has been disappointing me since last year. Like they're just fucking disappointing.
And you know what, Adam? I think that's what they doing, man. They reevaluating everything because they know they put that game out. But see, that's the thing I just got through talking about, Adam. They really thought that game was gonna hit home because they wasn't trying to put out a single player game where, hey, you gonna have fun if your friends. What about if I wanted to play by myself?
That's
the thing
like,
they did.
What was that game called? Division 2, right? I did like that game a lot. I really did.
Didn't.
Together.
What's up, Sam?
Oh God, it's
Going on,
fucking
Big
Adam
Money?
Core. Fucking bitch.
Do you want me to
Adam
come in?
Honeysickle.
I'll be in it for like a little bit, bro. But yo, what up, man?
How you feeling, man? You sound like your voice is still.
Oh damn, I forgot you
feel a
were
little
sick,
better,
Adam. I'm sorry, bro.
My voice is better, man. But like, I'm like this morning, I still felt like I felt weak as shit, man. My legs were fucking weak.
Damn, man, you need to eat some fucking McDonald's. But yeah, man. Let's talk about Look, I don't hate Ubisoft, right? I just think they could always do better. And they claim that whatever they put out is their best, but it's not what their best is.
Yeah, shit.
You know what was a good game that got really just fucked up by critics and forgotten? Remember that game Left Alive?
Yeah, Left Alive was
that
good.
user score review is really good. I'm thinking of picking that game up, man. People have said really good things about it in spite of the Metacritic score. But that was a Square Enix game, right?
Yeah, that was a Square Enix game.
Yeah, okay.
Don't they have a part 2 coming out?
Yeah, I think when it comes down to if we're talking about like Ubisoft, man, like obviously like with the delay of Last of Us, right? This was a thing that was also on the same day, and the reasoning behind their delays on their games, right, is to do with the factor of what Ghost Recon did. Ghost Recon released, it was broken, it had microtransactions off the fucking wazoo.
But that was their fault, though.
Obviously, we had hip hop. I mean, last week we had Hip Hop Gamer talking about how like it tries to, lure people in. You know, people that like can't put in the hours, right? Have to buy these microtransactions to like keep up to date, which is great. That's all right. But the thing is that a lot of people will beg to differ because of that mentality, right? You're making a game to play from start to finish with a sense of having fun, which a lot of people like to consider as a game. Now, with Ghost Recon, like, I played all the betas, right? And every beta I played, I didn't hate the game. I enjoyed it from some perspective. But the thing was, for me, because I played Division 2 earlier this year, I already had my Tom Clancy experience, right? And to be honest, Division 2 was way more fucking polished, way more defined than what that fucking game was. And I got to the point where when I saw Ghost Recon flop the way it did, I was like, they should have just left that game until next year, where you can bring that out. A lot of their games consist of coming out every fucking year. That's why Assassin's Creed is taking a back seat this year. because they're planning on the next year for the next consoles.
Fucking milk franchise, gentlemen, milked franchises.
Exactly, this is what I mean, right? And like, this is what I'm going to be heading into. And when it comes down to Legion, God and Monsters, and what was the last game? Rainbow Six. What's it called again? Quarantine. It, to me, look at those things, I was like I'm glad they pushed them back, because it looks like they want these games to not be fucking buggy as shit, and they want them to understand like where they're coming from. Like, one of them is Watch Dogs Legion. Like, I like the way that game looks. It looks great, but the thing is, if it's going to come out the way Ghost Recon did, back it up, delay it, and this is what they need. I feel like I said in the chat, they need to reevaluate their whole mentality. The same thing with EA, like with the Star Wars game, right? That's coming out. I think that game's gonna be really fucking good. I think fans are gonna be, damn, this is a really good game from EA, a published EA game. But the reason why it's good is because of Respawn. Out of all the companies that EA own right now, or are under the publication of EA, Respawn is the only one that I've seen this generation that has consistently delivered on what they wanted. And they don't bow down to EA. They make sure that, you know, they are in control of their ship, and not EA going, listen, you got to put microtransactions in this, you got to put this and that. Like, yes, Apex has that, but that's a free-to-play game. When it comes to, you know, Titanfall 2, probably one of the best story, fast-pacing story games that I played this year, and it's underrated as shit. That game was majorly underrated. And then you go into the Star Wars game, a lot of people gave it flack for like it being under EA, but the thing is, after the previews and other things, this game's more than what we expected to be.
Adam, once I knew it had the kid from Shameless, I was sold.
Well,
I didn't need any only mechanics.
There's a lot of big things with that game, which I'm like, you know what? I think that game's gonna be really good. And I think a lot of people, when it comes out, are gonna be very fucking surprised about it. I'll be shocked if that game flops in Metacritic or whatever the fuck you want to think of it, and if it's reviews or meta or whatever. I think that game will be like, I don't think it'll be a 90, but I think it'll be like an 85, 80, around the 85, like 89 mark. I think it'll be a solid, great game for Star Wars fans as well, because, you know, think about it this way, right? You've got that game, you've got the Mandalorian series, and you've got the Star Wars film. Now that's Star Wars at the end of this year it's all guns blazing right there.
Exactly.
Like, I think
I mean, even if people don't trust EA, after they see that movie, they're gonna feel some type of way about Star Wars or their fandom for Star Wars.
Yeah.
That they're gonna buy that game by default.
Also, just to clarify, because I put up on the thing, right? There's two things I put up. One being, I saw today rumors, and it looks to be, it might be clarified. Overwatch 2 is going to probably be announced at BlizzCon this week. There's also screenshots I posted up of the logo, as well as some in-game stuff, which looks pretty cool. I've played Overwatch, but I've never really dove into it.
So do you think, because Overwatch 2 is coming out and Overwatch 1 went to the Switch, that will be the last character announced for Smash Brothers? I know you don't like Smash Brothers.
I mean, for me, all I know is the reason why they're doing Overwatch 2 is because of the new generation consoles. They're leading into that. They want that shit. And also, last thing was another streamer has been signed on Twitter. Another Twitch streamer has gone over to Mixer called King Gaffleon. If you know him, he's a Destiny streamer that tries to do world first raids.
Oh, yeah, his wife looks like Katy Perry.
Illegal.
Yeah, basically.
And Microsoft paying him too?
Yeah, but Microsoft are literally splashing cash. They've got Ninja, they've got this guy, and they got Shroud recently today.
Didn't they say they were going to sign up with the PlayStation Legion to get us over there? I don't know.
I will say this much, man. When it comes to mix-up, they are splashing the cash, which I'm all right with. But the thing is, it still doesn't hide the fact that Ninja is not sustaining the same amount of viewers as he did on Twitch. He isn't even gaining them as much as he thought he would. Same thing with Shroud. They need to make sure that they are.
Their back account is fat though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the thing. Mix up. That's all they're doing. But like, apart from that, they are not really giving these streamers anything else apart from giving them a fucking fat ass check. Which a lot of people would take, regardless, yes. But if you're a person...
See, that's the thing, is them getting these people to come on Mixer, who is that benefiting? Is it benefiting the game?
They think that in turn, the kids will buy into their system because kids watch these guys. And
it's benefiting them. That's what it's
you know what? I'm telling you, if I was 5, 6 years old,
it's benefiting the streamer. I don't know about the viewers because again, you have to sign up for like some. You know what? The whole Ninja thing. You could sign up for free for a certain amount of time, but then after that, you have to pay. That's like a lot of people signed on to Ninja, but like, there isn't as much as what he expected. So it's also a sense that I found out the other day that Microsoft spent over $1.25 billion on indie games this generation.
That's crazy, man.
Hey, Adam, guys, let me ask y'all something, just truthfully. If you know what, I really didn't. I wouldn't care if you were 9 or 99, but them guys going over the mixer, would that really make you want to buy an Xbox? Would that really make you want to get in the Game Pass? None of that shit make me want to do that.
Nope. They're reaching.
That does not make me like, oh, he's going to mixer. I need to buy me an Xbox.
You know what, Big Money? I think if anything we can learn today is that if Dreams was on Mixer, yeah, you do. Oh. If Dreams was on Mixer, I think a lot more people would sign up. Because
they probably would.
The power
that's
of Dreams
where shit go.
It's fucking absolute. Shut the hell up. Okay, I wanted to add this feature for when we share, but I don't want to do that because that kind of fucks up the sharing. So we're going to keep this feature for this type of screen. So you're going to see the logo, you're going to see us talking, and then you're going to see yourself comment.
By the way, did you talk about Call of Duty bricking Xboxes?
No.
That's a legit thing. Yeah, it's a legit thing. It's happening.
We got some... okay, so we have two pages that we can recycle. So what we want to do is we want to go to Google and get that one. There's another topic that we got to cover. All right. Let me go see what that one is. Oh, WWE 2K20. And we need to talk about broken games. Like everybody made jokes about Days Gone being broke. Don't even talk about Days Gone anymore. Nobody should never talk about it. Look, it's not just because it's exclusive and not because I finished the game and I eventually got the platinum. It's just it was not game breaking glitches like fucking WWE 2K20. Of course, everybody is getting refunds on PlayStation side. I have not heard that type of generosity coming from Microsoft side, but I do want to say how does this get past quality assurance? How does this shit get into the hands of the gamers? How does it get into the hands of the reviewers? Like, do you just not care anymore? Look, Yella, are you still here?
Nope.
Okay, me and Yella can talk about it. WWE is not making bank anymore. The tickets are not selling. So, yes, they definitely had to cut something. Exactly, it's AEW. They had to cut something, Yella. And we was wondering how they get this new stage at SmackDown. How they get all this money, right? They cut something, bro. They cut something. They cut all the quality out of their wrestling video games. And all I'm going to say right now is the best time for AEW to get signed up with somebody that can make a good wrestling game, not EA, and put out a game while they are down. Do the same shit that MLB The Show did to 2K. Do the same shit.
Hey, man, you know what? As far as gaming and everything goes with WWE, the first main thing they need to do, Vince needs to step down. I guarantee you, if he stepped down, they would be on the road to recovery. But Vince needs to step down. He needs to go. He's an old man making fucked up decisions.
I tell you guys, I tell you, and I tell y'all all the time, I am blaming Vince. There's other people responsible. Yes, Vince is the guy that made it possible, but I don't think. Look, that guy is so old. There's no way.
Are coming from Vince.
Bro, I don't believe all the bad decisions are coming from him. I cannot put that on that man's shoulder. Maybe 5-10 years ago, but no, bro, no. There is somebody else controlling shit, and they fucking up.
Who?
We don't know. We don't know. Big Money.
Look,
a bottle of water in your eyebrow, man. I'll do that. A bottle of water.
Listen, Jay. Who did they hire, and then who did they fire about 2 months later? What big name did they use as a pawn? They used him as a pawn and fired him. You know who did that, right? Vince did that. Vince blamed that bullshit on what's his name? I forgot the goddamn from WCW. I forgot the guy name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Who?
Goldberg.
Oh,
Eric Bischoff.
Eric Bischoff.
Oh.
Everybody know when he first came there, he was a fucking pawn. That's what Vince does. Vince brings in pawns. When something fucks up, he blames it on them and then fired them. That's what he likes to do, man. He got to when something goes real bad with one of his plans, he blames it on somebody else. That's why he let Eric Bischoff go, man. I'm telling you, all that shit is coming from Vince. He's what they call a narcissist.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, bro, dude, he needs to go. I know every single, not 100% of WWE is not coming all from Vince, but 90% of that shit, it comes from Vince. He loves to be in charge of everything that he does, bro. I'm telling you, he's the fucker that's fucking up WWE. I grew up with WWF, man. I hate calling WWE, but I grew up with them, bro. And it's Vince, man.
Talk that shit, money.
Oh, shut up, Yellow. God damn it.
It's Vince, it's Vince. Vince has always been in control. Man, do you know remember back in the day with SmackDown when he used to do the commentary? People was telling him back then to stop doing commentary. He didn't even want to stop doing that because he wanted to control every single aspect.
Okay, let me put it this way, bro. I'm not trying to protect the man. I'm just saying there's more. This business is way bigger than he ever was. There's not only him controlling it.
Well, the factor is with this generation and Big Money, what you're stating is 110% right, bro. Vince always wanted to be in control. I miss when Vince used to fucking do commentary. You know what I'm saying? But I'd say what the problem is nowadays, bro, is the lack of the creativity.
Exactly.
The storytelling, like the story writers, they're fucking horrible. You see what I'm saying? Like, allow those individuals, they're artists. You feel what I'm saying? And you really can't compare from our generation to what is now because it's totally different. Like the whole, how should I say this? To get access to storylines is so much simpler than it was back then. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why, like, you go to a venue and then you see somebody who's like, "Welcome back, X-Pac," or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the element of surprise is no longer there. And like Stone Cold said in an interview with CM Punk while they were promoting one of the WWE games back in the day, bro. At the end of the day, your locker room is just happy to be on TV. That's it.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. But look, let me just agree because I can't prove my point, so I have to agree. We don't know, but yeah, let's say Vince is controlling everything. There's no way that everybody would go down with the ship, allowing this nigga to control everything, knowing how bad they are. That's what I'm saying. There's other people that do fucked up things. We know it's not Triple H, because we know Triple H really doing good shit over there with NXT. So it's not him, bro. Right? But whoever is left with the biggest portion of the company, which is SmackDown and Raw, they're writing for both SmackDown and Raw because actually SmackDown was doing good at one point. Remember, Yella? SmackDown story was really good. They moved to Fox. That shit dumpster garbage again. I mean, it's just bad. Look, they made a cut, and it was their game department. I know they're making other cuts also. It's bad, bro. Like, I don't even care about the Crown Jewel. I haven't watched...
Nobody cares about Crown Jewel.
I haven't watched wrestling since Rock was there on that first episode of SmackDown. And that was fucking cringy as fuck. So, no, bro. I don't care what WWE does. I don't want to put everything on Vince's shoulders. Because there's other motherfuckers writing that shit. That nigga too old to be doing everything for the business. There's other people at fault. It is his responsibility for even allowing it. Right? Or if he is in control of some of the shit, it is his fault. But there's other motherfuckers to blame. And they're allowing him to fuck up the company, bro. This is not the time where you can be relaxed. This is competition in your face. Just like back in the day with WCW, this is competition. And they don't want to fucking go down this road, man. I'm telling you. You don't want to be relaxed.
Hey, that's why I said that. Go ahead, Yellow. I'm sorry.
I'd say, bro, to get back to the topic of the 2K of how broken it is and shit, bro, the problem is with wrestling games now, and like I said, I'm an old school wrestling head. You feel what I'm saying? So if you do see me playing a wrestling game, I'm playing with old characters. You know what I'm saying? Not no disrespect because I respect all wrestlers, but it's just not my generation. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. And remember, I got that wrestling game. Remember, I got it, and I was so happy to get it, bro. I was like, oh man, I got that shit for dirt cheap. And how long I played that shit before I deleted it?
You talking about Fire Pro Wrestling?
No. I played that longer than.
You're talking about 2K.
2K.
I got you.
Yeah, remember I deleted that shit? I was like, man, they trying to do too much.
But the thing is, bro, and
Rock didn't even look like The Rock, man.
No, listen, bro. And I stated this the other day, and you told me I should have put this shit on Twitter.
Sure.
2K, if they want to continue to be successful with the wrestling games, or anybody in general, whoever decides to make another wrestling game, just stick to the fucking meat and potatoes. We don't need the most prettiest fucking simulated fucking wrestling match. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again, bro. The THQ series on Nintendo 64, bar none, is the fucking best wrestling fucking franchise. Whether it was WCW or WWF, bro, they were the same game. It evolved, obviously, to No Mercy, but bro, those games with the mechanics still hold up to date today. I own those games. I fucking got a retro TV. I've played them, bro. It's like I ain't missed a beat. The fucking SmackDown series, especially Here Comes the Pain. That's another fucking classic. Stuck straight to the fucking fun wrestling game. Not over the top or nothing like that.
I mean, THQ never forgot about wrestling. They had a lot of wrestling
moves.
On
last generation, they had All-Stars.
Yeah, but listen, remember
Remember what is it getting on Metascore though, y'all? What is it getting on Metascore right now?
40.
What's the Metascore?
I'm about to do the sharing.
Looked it up, bro. He said 1.0 on PS4 and 0.4 on Xbox.
Yeah, that's the user scores are bad. The user scores are bad.
That's terrible. That's fucking terrible.
Sam, I wanted to make sure I got that article for you for the bricking for Modern Warfare. I want to get that so we can share. We got Forbes. We can always use Forbes. Forbes is reliable. We'll go to Forbes. Can you just leave me alone? It's Forbes.
That's me. This is the last thing Xbox guys want to hear.
People say
COD is bricking consoles.
Yeah, if you do it, if you download it on your external, I guess it solves the problem. But anybody doing it on the internal hard drive is getting fucked over.
Come on, Forbes. Get off of my face, man. Forbes wants
So 2K20 big money's at a 43. Damn, dude. 41 on PS4.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It must have dropped because yesterday it wasn't that low on PS3.
That's fucking terrible.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Is that the lowest it ever got? I think that's the lowest.
I think that's the lowest any wrestling game has gotten, and it's too fucking low.
It's only got 4 reviews out though. That's weird. What are they waiting for? I thought it was universally.
It's not what they're waiting for. Is like, do people really want to play? I don't know. Like, who told me don't expect to get a lot of Adam said don't expect to get a lot of Call of Duty reviews because people are still playing Death Stranding, and that might be right. I mean, look, we're talking about that in a little bit, but Death Stranding is way more than what we've been given by Kojima. Like, I've saw the leaks.
What time are those scores going up?
I think it's midnight West Coast.
Right?
Midnight, okay. So it's right after Halloween.
Midnight West Coast, so that'd be like 3 a.m. By the time I get home, I should be able to cover it, and I'm off that day too.
I'm gonna make a video about that shit too.
I'm trying to see if I can get a website, cause fucking Forbes want me to take off my fucking my ad blocker, and I'm not doing that shit. I don't fuck with ads. I keep my ad blocker on. Okay, we gotta go to Windows Central. Keep Google open. Go over here. Okay, let's go share real quick, people. Adam, thank you for that Overwatch. It seems like DualShockers picked that up. We'll be talking about Overwatch 2, but I definitely believe the rumors are probably true that Tracer is gonna be coming to Smash Brothers, which is weird. Again, I'm still waiting for Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. They are very highly requested after Banjo got in there. Also want to talk about some other stuff.
What got delayed?
Your foot got delayed. Let me see. Is that 5? What is that? Okay, that's weird. Okay. I'm about to go share, and this is a disclaimer. Now, this stuff isn't going to spoil anything for you on Death Stranding, but it will help you understand there's more than what he has given. Okay? If you really don't want to see any of it, please don't look at the screen right now. I'm about to go share on a share pack. Uh-oh, wrong one.
J-Dog, I'm going to tell you what they going to say, J-Dog. They're going to say they don't understand shit about that motherfucking
Okay, that's cool.
game.
And you won't. But if you don't want to see it, don't look. Okay?
I'm going to look, goddammit. I want to look.
No, you. I know you want to look. You need to look. But if somebody don't want to see what I'm about to show, don't look.
Oh, no, I'm talking about
look.
I ain't talking about that. Oh, shit.
Okay, so y'all ready? Again, if you don't want to see, don't look. Okay, here we go. I got these pictures from this guy. He got the pictures off of, Reddit and shit. It seems like they got a lot of shit to this game. There's something called Nightmares of War. And one of them says World War I, World War II, and the other one says Vietnam. You know Kojima loves the war. He has all of the wars in his Metal Gear games, bro. He dragged that shit to Death Stranding. I'm letting you guys know something.
Jay, not to intervene, bro, but as you told me that, put that smile on my face, G. Good shit. Continue.
Exactly. Okay, again, if you don't want any spoilers, don't listen. Don't look. Okay, but I'm trying to help the idiots out there. Not everybody that's looking at this is an idiot, but I'm also trying to help the people that don't know or feel that they will never know. When you play this game, you will know something. You can't sit up there and say, oh, the game's so confusing, I'm gonna buy it and I'm still gonna be, fuck no. We see movies all the time we don't know shit about, right? We go to see the movie, right? And don't we learn about the movie? Don't we fall in love with the movie? We wait for the sequel. We wait for the trilogy. We wait for the spinoffs, right? When we saw Iron Man, we did not know it was going to have a fucking whole universe. But we kept waiting for Iron Man 2.
When we seen Iron Man, we knew it was going to be a motherfucker flying around in an iron suit. When we see this shit, we going to see somebody...
Okay, so big money. Big money. You just learned something, right? That there's action. You heard that, right? Nightmares of War, World War I, World War II, Vietnam. If you look behind the fucking, I don't know if it's difficulties or just the worlds you can invade, there's green army mans, like what we grew up with. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're green Iron Mans on it. Yeah, they're right there behind them. You got a tank and everything. You can see it right there. Green Iron... Look, let me zoom in right here, man. Look at this shit.
That's just his toy set, man. That ain't got shit to do with the game. That's just his toy set.
I'm talking about the worlds you can go to fight, bro. Oh, you know what? See this nigga? You know what? I'm about to fuck your head up now. Now I'm going to the second picture out of 20, motherfucker. Look, bad guys. Guns. Bad guys with guns. Big money. Okay, so I don't know what that's about.
Hey, I do like that suit dude got on in the background. I like that little suit he got on in the background.
It seems like you have an overall rating for your friends and what they do, and there's like a leaderboard and stuff, kind of like remember Demon Souls, Yella?
Yep.
Yeah, we did team up a lot, right? People were right beside each other, but you could also go all the way up to that church you was in, and you could look at the stats of the highest people on the leaderboard and what they did and what they achieved. And it seems like they have something similar to that. Pretty excited about that. Story. Baby story. Story. Okay, this seems like this is the city, right? This is that city. It's not the 100% ruined city, but again, this seems like a city that you can run around in. Again, this.
You know what? Wait a minute, Jay. You know what I found real? I wonder what's this thing with him transferring? I wonder is them bodies dead bodies?
Okay, let me break this down. Let me break this down. The dead body is the president. What I believe. This isn't a spoiler. This is just me just talking outside my ass. The only dead body we saw with him with that outfit is probably the president that died, and he travels because in one of the trailers you see him cremating this same exact body bag. And in the very first trailer, we saw him traveling with this body bag. But we never saw him ever again in any other trailer with the body bag. Every trailer has been completely different. So I think that's the president.
I'm wondering if he did he go somewhere and get that body to cremate.
Yeah, the president died in Washington and he traveled to have her cremated. Because see, he doesn't have the suit that we know. He has the normal work suit, the orange and gray suit. He doesn't have the navy blue suit with the red, white, and blue stripes on it. See, these are tidbits people not understanding. He actually wore 3 different suits in the gameplay trailers. There's an all gray and black suit. There's a orange suit with gray, and then there's that
postal service suit.
Yeah, then we see the new suit, which is the navy blue one. This
UPS man walking
story. That water looks good, by the way. That's some amazing water.
You say one more thing about that goddamn water.
God damn, would you look at fucking water? See, there's that other suit I'm talking about, and it looks a lot closer to what Snake wears sometimes. Bro, they gotta have some amazing suits on this game, bro. I cannot fucking wait for this game.
And you know what? I like the way he named characters in this game. Death Man, Heart Man. I like the way he named these characters.
Foot Man, Arm Man, Leg Man. I like that.
Hey, Big Money question.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Metal Gear Solid, the first one? I think we talked about this the other day. You
said no. I never played the first one. No.
Okay, so check this out. In Metal Gear Solid 1, Jaden, this is for you as well, bro. Metal Gear Solid. Shut up, bitch. Metal Gear Solid 1, you would fight Psycho Mantis, right?
Oh God,
well,
I know him.
Upon Kojimo's creative mind, you literally had to basically figure out how to beat him.